Well, Anthony, first off, a happy belated birthday. Did you manage to enjoy your day yesterday?
Thank you. Yeah, it was a good day. Yeah, I was hoping to try and get away with it and no one find out, but they did, and it was good. Yeah, just a quiet little time with the family, so it was nice.
Yeah, and talk to me about Tuesday night. Obviously, several of your staff and players at the academy game at the Prestige Troop Stadium in a 1-1 draw against Rotherham under 18s. How did you assess that one?
Yeah, first of all, I thought it was a really good performance. Thought there was against a big physical side with a lot of older players than what we had. They had a lot of second years and older pros playing, and I thought we equipped ourselves very well. Yeah, I thought first half was excellent, winning 1-0 up, and was unfortunate not to win the game really. And some really good talent on display. Some players that are clearly developing and getting better in that system as well. Some of the ones that have been working with us also as well, and we share their load. And we link in closely with the academy. It's a really good place. I've said it many times. I think they're punching well above their weight in what they do and what they produce. You can see that with obviously two local lads playing regularly in the first team at the moment, as well as, like we said, the good relationship we have with them. So yeah, I thought it was a great occasion. It was good to see so many first team players there as well. They really support that, and the staff was there in attendance too. So yeah, I thought it was a great experience for those players to be playing at the stadium and get a taste of what it's like to hopefully come and play in the first team one day.
Yeah, and then obviously an open training session being announced for early next week. Obviously another day to look forward to where you'll get to meet supporters.
Yeah, I really like those sessions. It's great for the fans and supporters to see what we do on a daily basis. We obviously come in and train hard and work hard every day during the week, but for them to be able to see sometimes the work that we do and see the players up close training and going through their paces, I think is always good. It's a great time to do it over this Easter break. Kids are on holidays, so they can come and watch, and it's all about for them. If that can inspire some of them, or a small minority of extra fans that come, or you might get a younger kid hooked on the team or meet one of their favourite players, etc., I think is always good. So yeah, we're always supportive of that, and it'll be a good day.
Just back to fixtures and results, obviously unbeaten in I think 4 or 5 now. What is the mood like in the camp? I can imagine the confidence must be quite high.
Yeah, I mean, look, it is unbeaten in 5 games. And I felt like we had 2 good draws at the start of that run against Eastleigh and Solihull, where we should have won those games, to be fair, and good performances. It was good to get the win on the weekend in a different way. I think we said it was quite clear that we didn't play as well as what we wanted to. But, however, we won the game, and we'd had many games before that in that run where we weren't winning as many, where we performed well, we'd created a lot of chances, we hadn't had many shots against us, etc., but hadn't been able to win and get over the line. So to be able to get that one and make it 3 in a row, I think that's the first time it's been done this season, is really happy. And the most pleasing bit for that is that the players are starting to get the rewards for the good work and the things that they're implementing. So yeah, really happy for them, and I think that's the most pleasing bit about this run, of that they're getting the results and the wins that I feel and we all feel that the performances deserved.
Yeah, you've managed to show some consistency with team selection in terms of, unchanged 11s or maybe just 1 or 2 forced changes. But are you content with competition for places? You look at Sam Florence scoring the winner on Saturday. Do you face somewhat of a selection headache going in this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, look, it was, I think, sort of the month before last, we had a lot of Saturday, Tuesday games. We had sort of a couple of suspensions we had to deal with, a couple of injuries, so we were changing a few things regards to that. Sometimes I think physically you have to keep in mind when you're playing 2 games a week, the physical capacities of the players. Sometimes an older squad, some of the younger players who are coming in who might not have been as fit as what we wanted, that we've brought in from other clubs, they're now working a lot, not necessarily a lot harder, but we've been able to have the time to do the work with them, and I think that's key. Recently we have had more of a settled team, which has been great, but what I would say is there is real competition for places, and I'll tell you why. Because the ones who have been out the team have been playing recently, even when we're on a bad run, and playing well but not getting those results, is what I alluded to before. So players like, you look at Charman, I think is unlucky not to be in the team. Luke Waterfall as well came out injured, played really well when he was in that shape that we changed to. Nicky Featherstone keeps coming on and doing well. You look at Adam Campbell coming on again on the weekend. Those guys have played a lot in the games, and Sam Flower as well, Mancini sort of in and out with injury, have come in and played and been unlucky not to get the results, which has then probably kept them in the team. So I think there is real competition for places, and really good players and a good squad that we've got on the bench who can come on and impact. And that was, like you say, a good example of that on the weekend, with Sam coming on and getting the winner.
Yeah, what are 5 games to finish on? Obviously a team obviously scrapping for safety, and then 4 teams hoping to play playoff football. I guess a real chance to make a statement going into the final few weeks of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I look at Dagenham this weekend, and it's going to be as hard a game as the others, if not harder. You're playing teams for different reasons at the moment, what they've got to play for. They know wins will really be the key for them to keep them in the league. They've got good players in their team. You look at the players that they've got. Obviously, we'd know Josh Amira here, who was here. You've got Jake Hessenthaler, Football League experience. You've got some really good players in there. I think like Josh Reese, number 10, plays well. Wiley as well, a striker who's been in non-league, gone to Gillingham, come back. So I think they've got enough there that can hurt you, definitely, and they've done that with the recent results they've had, apart from obviously losing last week against Gateshead, but still scored a really good goal in that game. They're a threat at home, big physical, direct, get the ball in the box, long throws. So we'll have to be really on our game and making sure that we perform better than what we did last week in order to get those points and carry on that unbeaten run. Yeah,
just wanted to ask you what you make of the relegation battle. Obviously, 2 of our players, Greg Sloggett and Manny Onorise, involved with their loan teams. I think it's really open at the minute, 6-7 teams. Obviously, only 1 confirmed so far, and absolute. So, quite a battle down there.
Yeah, no, and it is, and we have to take that in consideration when we play the teams in and around there. I think we obviously played Boston at a time where they'd won 5 away games in a row, so we played them at that time. We'd obviously played Ebbsfleet last week, where they'd obviously already been relegated, but then playing probably with a little bit of freedom. And I think the differentiation of all the different teams you have to play is hard sometimes to manage, because when, like you say, we're going into the games where we're playing the teams that are in the playoffs, whether that comes closer to the end of the season, what they'll be like there. So yeah, I think it is different. It's a challenge. I'm pleased for the 2 players you mentioned as well, Manny and Greg, that they've been able to go out and get some game time in there, and we wish them the best and hope they do well.
Just to finish off on the supporters, obviously managed to create a good atmosphere at home over the last few weeks, and obviously at the Shea at Halifax as well with that 1-0 win. Now a trip to London, obviously great to see many as possible getting behind us. Yeah, no, look, the fans have been brilliant. Even during the period where we weren't winning as many games as we would have liked, during a tough period where we had a lot of those home games, I thought they were excellent. I thought at Boston and Ebbsfleet recently, I thought the atmosphere was amazing, but I think that comes from us doing things in the game, getting on the front foot, being aggressive, getting the ball forward, creating chances, and really working hard and getting that ball back quickly. I think that helps. Halifax was the same. I was shocked that there was only 500 people there. It felt like over 1,000. I thought there was a lot more people there than what it was, and the fans have been brilliant, and it's just really good that we've been able to give them some wins and to make them happy and send them, whether it's away from home after a long journey or to be happy from the home games. I think there's been a few big home games there, which has made it good, and they've really enjoyed that, but they've been always supportive of us, so we thank them for that.